This is the new Spartus Gladius Centurion paddle, Spartus' first addition to the Gen 2 Thermoform market. Like many of the other Gen 2 paddles out there, it's a unibody paddle created in a hot-pressed mold with edge foam in the perimeter and a Toray T700 carbon fiber surface. It essentially is the Gen 2 version of their first paddle, the Gladius, but it's also priced at $90 after a discount code, making it one of the cheapest thermoform paddles on the market and in the same price point as the Neonic Force and the Isocentric. So let's see how the Gladius Centurion compares against the rest of the Gen 2 market and to the other thermoform paddles at its price point. For its dimensions, it has the same ones as the original Gladius 16mm. The Centurion is a 16mm elongated paddle with 16.5 inches in length, 7.5 inches in width, and a 5.5-inch handle. This makes it similar to paddles like the Carbon 1X 16mm and the Huda Viva Pro Gen 2. Now, these paddles with longer handles are usually more on the head-heavy side compared to the elongated paddles with handles at 5.3 inches and less. But the Centurion leans more towards being head-light, with a swing weight of 118, making it more maneuverable than something like the Carbon 1X, which has a swing weight of 123. For my testing of the Centurion, I actually hit it side by side with the Carbon 1X, and found that while it was more maneuverable, it was lacking a bit in power on drives compared to it. While it is a bit softer, I still do classify it as a power paddle, and would say the power is more than the 6.0 Double Black Diamond and the Vatic Pro V7, just not as powerful as the 1X. Now, this was the only real difference I found between it and the Carbon 1X. Qualities like spin, sweet spot, base stiffness, and pop all felt very similar. I would pretty much call this paddle a less head-heavy Carbon 1X with a bit less power on drives, so for $90, it's a very easy recommendation. Now, how does this compare to the other two $90 thermos already on the market, the Isocentric and the Neonic Force? Out of the three, it's the only traditional elongated paddle with a 5.5-inch handle, as the Force is elongated with a 5.3-inch handle, while the Centric is a hybrid shape with a 5.5-inch handle. For pop, the Force has the most, followed by the Centurion and then the Centric. For the sweet spot, all three are pretty similar, but I will give the slight edge to the Centurion. In terms of the swing weight, surprisingly, the Centric is more head-heavy than both the Centurion and the Force, which were pretty similar. And finally, for the power, the Force has the least, while the Centurion has the most, and the Centric is in between. The Centurion is a great addition to those $90 thermoform options. All three paddles are all quality options that you can't go wrong with, and all have their own small differences from the other ones to stand out a bit. Overall, while the Centurion doesn't bring anything new to the Gen 2 market, it's coming in at a very competitive price point, and is thus a very easy recommendation. If you are interested in picking one up, I've linked my discount code here and in the video description below that will get you 10% off your order from the Spartus website.